Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, Argent Shelf Redux, blue team, Boogyman 115 with a Mekboy, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat, puts out some good damage, and there's a bunch of orky gadgets alongside TheWorldOverHeaven, also known as Fiery, with a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero walking through objects, cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee, looking for some blood. Rounding off the team, Hex as a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that can leap into combat, some powerful disruption and support using his fleet to get ahead of the pack there. Red team, Red Crown 555, Eversor Assassin, a risk-reward melee brawler that explodes on death alongside some Space Marine fellas, DarkAngel with an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Rounding off the teams then, Triumph and a Techmarine starts off in ranged combat, can get a melee weapon, supports with structures and repairs, and we have some salamanders here. So west side then, Eversor Assassin versus Mekboy, and we have triple stormtroopers, maybe playing into electric armor then for the Mekboy. I'm sure he'll be looking into upgrading the shooters because they will rip through the stormtroopers. Although if the stormtroopers all focus one of the shooter boys there, they could tear through him decently well. Mekboy teleports in to tie things up, being chased by the Eversor Assassin. Hasn't popped the Psychon yet. Sluggers following in, double shooters following, and Mekboy teleports away, and that is an early impact grenade from the stormtroopers. They got their sergeant up. Sluggers, one of them gets slain, and they run. Stormtroopers are going to wipe though to the Daka. Yes, they do, and the Eversor's chasing the Mekboy. He did pop his Psychon, but it's one off. I think he's going to get him with the bolt pistol here. Down he goes. Back towards the mid then. Howling Banshees are going to take down this Apothecary. Those power weapons are no joke against low-level heroes. I mean, even threaten high-level heroes quite fine. And these ladies have the aspect of strength already. Now looking to get on those tactical marines. The power weapons are a big threat to the heavy infantry armor of those marines. And they have got some... Are we going to see one here? There we go. A power melee kick. Can they get on the power? Can they get on the VP? So strong start for blue team through the mid. Eversor is now coming to try and revive maybe. Oh, he's going to go decap the VP. 440, 498. Chaos Lord decaps the VP of the red team. And Gen goes down. We got heavy bolters. Sorry, a heavy bolter on the Devastators here. Advanced targeting is in. Scouts with shotguns. We may also see the Master Crafted Bolter. Great tool to have when there's Howling Banshees around. Is the Mekboy going to get revived? All three... Oh, we got another Stormtrooper squad in. I expect all three are going to get their sergeants up for those triple impact grenades. And Storm Boys for Boogyman. Double CSM for Fiery into Raptors. Oh, Eversor goes down on retreat. That was him exploding on death there. So, Laraman's Blessing, I mean, I think they can get revives up. Apothecary is quite easy to get. A little bit tricky on the Eversor Assassin, but Apothecary can revive him just by throwing out one of his heals. He won't get the XP for it, though. Chaos Lord comes over the west side, level 2, to revive the Mekboy. Stormboy's massive threat, of course, to these Stormtroopers. Massive threat to pretty much all ranged squads. These guys have power melee weapons as well. So the Marines need to be careful. Looks like the Orks are looking for a big old flank through the mid. Mekboy's back to his feet and is busy capping. Chaos Lord running back to the mid. There's the Raptors, right side of your screen. And we do have an assault squad for DarkAngel. Red heroes are back up. Techmarine now level 2. And he does have Master Crafted Bolter. Can't suppress that Chaos Lord. The Raptors jumping in. These guys suppress on landing, as opposed to the assault squad who disrupt when they land. And that was an early retreat there from DarkAngel. I think he only meant to retreat the Apothecary, perhaps. That's what we call a sticky retreat in Dawn of War 2. And something else is retreated alongside what you wanted to retreat. Howling Banshees in retreat path. Down goes the Techmarine. Warlock's in a bit of bother. He's okay, though. Oh, and Apothecary's down again, look. Caught by the Storm Boys. They are retreating strangely. Oh, they're trying to get back into clearancy because of the sync kill back there. We do indeed have triple impact grenades. Maybe the Eversor can do some reviving now, eh? That'll level him to 2. He's gone for the Executioner pistol. Seems to be a popular piece of war gear for that fella. 380 to 473. Eternal War on the double CSM. These guys are a bit low. Devastator's moving up. They took a bunch of damage to Devastators. The Chaos Lord is decapping. Should get it just fine. And now runs. More Devastators for DarkAngel this time. So a 1-1-1 build. Raptors get the jump. And the scouts are not there to protect them. They had moved up a bit. Counter jump though by the assault squad. The Raptors have more DPS, but the assault squad has more health. And red team get their VP back. On the west side it's turning red. Eversor's leveled indeed. Revive the Apothecary, who's now going to go try revive the Techmarine, I guess. There's tier 2 for Red Crown. It's a very light tier 1. Just sergeants up. And the pistol, and that was it. Shuriken cannon now for Hex. Any battle equipment? Indeed, we see double battle equipment. Nothing for the Warlock. Nothing for the Chaos Lord. He's level 3 though. Doing well already. Get those revives going. See, Mr. Chaos Lord, sometimes it pays to be altruistic. After the sluggers is the Eversor, but it's getting suppressed by that Daka impact grenade. There's a little bit of something. Those guys able to retreat. Heretics casually capping amongst it all. More impact grenades. Doing a good job with them so far, Red Crown. But there's the Mekboy to teleport in and do some orky left hooks. And tie them up. Back towards the mid, big standoff. We have 2 Devastator squads. An assault squad, a bunch of shotguns, that mastercrafted bolter. Anything for the Apothecary? No. He's almost level 3 though. It's a bad place for those Storm Boys to be. They're a bit low to be hanging around here. Lots of Daka though. 352 to 435. Assault squad jumping in, but they were already retreating. And red team should get that west side back. Is Red Crown gonna rotate mid a bit to 3v2 here? Don't need everything to cap that VP back. Looks like he is pushing down the west side, maybe looking for the power. And comes out swinging in tier 2 with a Vindicator Assassin. Wants all the assassins together. Well, the 2 that he can get. Assault squad in melee with Chaos Space Marines. Chaos Space Marines are no slouch in melee. Often if they do jump double CSM, especially with the Eternal War up, just turn on melee stance and go after them. Assault squad barely make it out in the end. Raptors, oh, they couldn't quite jump again, I guess they felt. Banshees are still chasing. They could go all the way onto the power caps. Nope, they're going to rotate mid. Warlock can choose a target and knock it over with his leap. Boogyman with a Death Tread on the way. Plasma Cannon for DarkAngel. Any other war gear? Yes, Armor of Purity for the Apothecary makes his heal cool down faster. And there's Purification Rites. That's going to be helpful against the Banshees and stuff. And an Anointed Power Axe coming in. Drains energy on hit, and it's a power weapon. As you would have guessed from the title. It's pretty good. Vindicator's getting tied up by Storm Boys. He doesn't like it. Got a really good sniper rifle that can fire anti-infantry Exodus rounds. And anti-vehicle or large target turbo penetrator rounds. I hear the Howling Banshees war shouting. Got a decap on the power. Well played, Hex. Hastily retreats. It's a long retreat back on Argent Shelf. Chaos Lord now looking to flank with Raptors. And there's those double CSM wiping out some scouts. Those were DarkAngel scouts, I believe. 312 to 417. Power bashing, though, from Red Crown. Here comes the Death Dread. Burners and Bits are in. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen one of these guys stomping around. It's nice to see them. Burners and Bits gives it more hit points and gives them those burners. The bits and the burners are in there. Really good at bashing power. And that was the Melter Bomb from the Eversor Assassin. He's also got Assault Armor for charge. Good health and health regen on it too. And a Blood Crusher up for Fiery. 292 to 417. The red team needs some anti-vehicle. Well, they have the Exodus rounds, sorry, the Turbo Penetrator rounds on the Vindicator. The tanks can, of course, get missile launchers and stuffs. And Signum Armor's coming in for mark target. Apothecary level 3, is he in here? He is in here. Having a go on the Sluggers. Sluggers have their Nob Leader though, and he's a vicious boy, that one. I think it's 60 DPS power melee on his chopper. Used to be 65, but I think they toned it down a bit a while ago now. Back towards the mid. What is this? That's Devastate is being saved by the Librarian's Gate of Infinity. Howling Banshees have their Exarch, who gets a fancy spear. Librarian's doing a good job in melee away. He's got his staff up, which is a just over 70 power melee DPS weapon at level 1. Some plasma attacks here. And none of this, though, can threaten a Blood Crusher. I guess these guys could with Vengeance Round, which is why the Blood Crusher goes straight after him here. And they are getting kind of wrecked. Took 2 models down pretty quickly. Devastators only have the minor melee resistance of 20% rather than the full 40% that most Marines have. Storm Boys with the Nob Leader. Decent grenade. Can the Storm Boys get the finish? If they can jump again. Oh, so Bomber Boys. They get it with the Bomber Boys and they level off it. Improved rocket packs for longer jump range. And the Bomber Boys kamikaze explosion things you just saw. More power bashing though from Red Crown. Is he rushing tier 3 here? There's some malignant blindness from the Chaos Lord, one of his globals, reducing weapon range and sight range to almost nothing for the enemy team. Good way to stop a power bash, eh? Raptor's in there with an aspiring champion and he gets a pretty awesome Demon Maul. Blood Crusher in retreat path. Does get melted by the Eversor, and Turbo Penetrator rounds are going in. Although the Vindicator can't stay. Eversor's not going to be able to stay either. Blue team working as a unit quite well, aren't they? Work the mid well. Now they all rotate west side. They're going to grab this VP maybe eventually. Here's a Falcon from Hex. Support vehicle for Eldar can reinforce off it. And transport, and that's a direct hit on the Death Tread from the Plasma Cannon. From there, what a shot. That time wasn't so good. Blood Cries are trying to keep pressure on things that can threaten it, such as the Stern Guard veterans here, who can use Vengeance rounds. They can switch between ammo types. And down goes the Blood Crusher. That was marked target on it too, from Signum Armor. Techmarine goes down though. Raptors on the warpath through the mid. Gate of Infinity is again helping out those Devastators. Melter Bomb on the Falcon from the Assault Squad this time. Do they make it out? They do make it out. You've got missile attacks in there, but they are being overrun in melee. Howling Banshees, Sluggers, and Storm Boys on you. It's not nice, is it? What's the Mekboy got? He's got his custom force field that knocks stuff around. Immune to melee attacks. And reduced damage from range. I'm not sure how much it is reduced. I think it's at least like 50% from ranged attacks. 236 to 404. Yeah, the Orks are rampaging pretty hard here. Is it worth getting a Weird Boy up for Warpath? It might be. I'm sure he's got his eyes on tier 3 though, Boogyman. I mean, all the more reason. Get the Weird Boy, go tier 3, get a Nob Squad. And then we've got a real Warpath going on. Mekboy is still level 1, by the way. Stern Guard veterans have their Kraken bolts loaded in. Very good versus heavy infantry, such as these fellas. Chaos Lord, I think, is going to get a full cap on this VP. Look at the Techmarine go. Got his melter gun. Really good melter weapon. Falcon throws up the shield, though, making it pretty exceptionally tough for a transport vehicle. Well, aside from the Land Raiders, I guess. Storm Boys, you okay, fellas? They are okay. Sluggers backing off the VP. Death Tread could do with some repairs, and the Sluggers are on it, maybe? Yes, they're repairing. Falcon can shoot these fellas. And blue team are still harassing this VP. CSM staying in play for a really long time. Plasma Cannon and a Doom Blast going off at the same time there. But Heretics have to flee the Heavy Bolter. CSM are out of there. They did a lot of good work. They did drop models. 236 to 350 on the VPs. Tier 3s all round, aside from Triumph, who's in tier 2. Lost his tax along the way. It might have been on the screen at some point. Looks like over here, perhaps. 236 to 340 then. And blue team are going to retake the west side. I don't think red team actually took it. They just decapped. Mekboy causing havoc with his custom force field. Here's the Eversor, and it's ready to mingle. Neuro Gauntlet is in. Pure DPS power melee weapon. Can't handle the sluggers though with Shooter Boy support. And he explodes. Mekboy levels to 2 finally. Orks rejoice by continuing to fight. Death Tread did get melter bombed, I think. A single at the moment for the blue team. Red team just can't lock down their VP right now. Red Crown is worried about getting 1v2'd in the mid, I think. Double cap for blue. Pushing up here is Triumph, who does go tier 3. DarkAngel's down to just a pair of Devastators at the moment. Vortimer Razorback on the way for Red Crown. Can they get that Eversor revived? Indeed. Here's the Apothecary to do so. His basic heal gets more powerful as he levels up, by the way, so he likes that. That level 4 off the revive. Landred of Phobos on the way for WorldOverHeaven or Fiery. I think he just got the Blood Crusher and that was it, right? Went straight to tier 3. What does Boogyman get? He's rich. Could get anything. I guess he's waiting to see what he sees. We got some Terminators, that's what you see. DarkAngel calling them in. Storm Bolters and Power Fists for the Emperor. Inspiration on kill. All that good stuff. And they should rip through Orks quite well with their Storm Bolters at like 40 DPS each, I think. It's pretty nuts. Stormboy is almost wiping, in fact. Apothecary with another revive. Eversor's back to his feet. Apothecary hits level 5. Cyclone Missile Launcher for some good anti-vehicle. Also really good disruption in general. Not sure what the Warlock's up to. Oh, I think he meant to throw up Providence, but use Ethereal Slash instead. And down he goes. No, Providence is already up. He's down anyway. He Ethereal Slash the air. 236, 259. It's very close on VPs, and Red Team all of a sudden, with Terminator, with Vortimer, with some more tax up, getting themselves back in there, eh? Level 4 Eversor, level 5 Apothecary, level 4 Techmarine. Battle Wagon is the play from Boogyman. Seer Council was just cancelled there by Hex, and the Chaos Lord, just rebuys himself. And he's got the Icon of Khorne and a Harness of Rage, suggesting we'll see the Lightning Claws because it's really good for the Icon of Khorne because they attack fast. But we'll see. We've seen it alongside the Blood Maul before. Cyclone time. Shield absorbs it easily. Guardians are repairing Orky vehicles. That must be fun for them. Eversor charging through his friends. A suppressed charge there, but he gets in. Chucks his Melter Bomb. And stays in. Death Tread comes to meet him. Little Orky meet and greet. Falcon goes down. And now a big push with the rocks. And whatever that is. And that's a warp throw. That was a bit odd. He warp throwed those guys. Warp through those fellas out of the rocks there. Those Space Marine guys. He didn't know it was up at that point. But the blue team is still smashing their way through. And that is a Mega Rumbler. Very cheekily put in the path for these guys. Well, attempted to. I'm not sure if these Terminators are going to be alright, you guys. There's an Orbital trying to save them. Where's that Librarian? I guess Triumph wasn't paying attention there. Maybe could have saved them with the gate. And down goes the Vortimer as well. That was a... Oh, it's a good nuke though. Just said that was a horrible engagement for the Red Team, and it was, but that was a pretty good nuke at the end there. From someone. From Red Crown, I think. Oh well. Red Team have to rebuild now. Terminator's down, Vortimer down. Meanwhile, Triumph is defending the VP. Got the Librarian still. Can use Veil of Time to make sure these guys, to make it so that these guys don't need to set their weapons up. Just run around and shoot the las cannon. Here's the Battle Wagon then. Packing some big firepower, and you can pile some boys inside of it to transport them around. Warlock with a very silly kill there, or death I guess, thanks to another Vortimer, just got shot down standing on the VP. 140, 251 on the VPs, and this is, oh, some sneaky scouts. Gonna try and decap for Triumph here. Commando's up now for Boogyman. X with an Avatar of Cain on the way. What level is that Warlock? Level 4. Chaos Lord level 5. Still no weapon upgrade. Land Raider Redeemer is up though for Triumph. And he's got red. He could drop Terminators or maybe a Venerable Dreadnought in soon. And we do have a Seer Council on the way now for Hex. He's cancelled the Avatar. Red team taking western side. Eversor's level 7. Apothecary level 6. In a bash the power, guys? Apparently not. Blue team gearing up for a push through the mid here. Got some Khorne worship. They have a Khorne shrine. Land Raider Phobos. Chaos Lord. What was that? Oh, that was just blood letters from the shrine disappearing. Meanwhile, west side, battle wagon its way through with its death roller. Taking missile launcher hits though. Vortimer's good versus all targets as well. So that's quite painful. Another missile hit. Slugger's going after the Eversor. He's in there. He's ripping and tearing, and there is Bio Meltdown, one of his globals, constantly damaging all nearby units and also draining his health. And if he explodes during it, it's a big old explosion. Look at that. Can they get the battle wagon? Surely they can. Maybe the Vortimer can chase. Vortimer's really quick. But so's the battle wagon, look. It's got cult of speed up from the Mekboy, buffing all friendly vehicles. So we can see the Phobos is also effective, but it's not shooting anything right now. Banshees look to threaten the Vortimer. Beautifully timed impact grenade there from Red Crown. That was awesome. And it's double Vortimers for Red Crown now. Dark Creepers are up for Hex. The Seer Council are around too. A squad of Warlocks, if one wasn't bad enough, with Power Melee Witchblades and a Leap. We do see the Blood Maul for the Chaos Lord, okay. It's a tool that you can use to stun Terminators, which is always a good thing. And we have some Terminators here for Triumph. Predator tank for DarkAngel. What are the Commandos up to? They do have their Nob Leader. He gets a rocket launcher. Battle Wagon needs a whole lot of repairs. The Mekboy can repair. He's not doing so at the moment. And there is Beamy Death Gun. Here's some off-map Vindicare support from the Eversor, revealing all enemy units for a limited duration. These guys just base hunting now. Oh, they're going after the Battle Wagon. They want to finish it off. Eversor can maybe chuck the Melter Bomb in. He's going to charge in and chuck his Melter Bomb. Do they even need it? Vortimer gets it done. Well, the double of Vortimer's get it done. But I think one is going to go down here. Mekboy is not happy. Oh, but he shoots the other one, look. Eversor's chasing off the Commandos. 86 to 232 on the VPs. Yeah, he shot the other one. And then retreats. I guess because all these guys are nearby. 78 to 232. Through the middle, though, is the Chaos Fellas. It's Land Raider versus Land Raider. The support Land Raider of the Space Marines and the pure offense Land Raider of these Chaos Fellas. There's a Dirge Caster. Stunning and debuffing nearby enemies. Terminators have had enough of this lark and they go for some heavy melee with their power fists. Otherwise, they have an assault cannon, good versus infantry. Land Raider Redeemer backed all the way off. And they get teleported away to safety by the Librarian. The Blood Maul is not a power melee weapon, but it's got a lot of regular melee damage on it. Which still does full against heavy infantry, but it will do a bit less versus super heavy, such as the Terminators. Don't know why. Feels like it should be a power weapon, but here we are. 76 to 218. Red team trying to get their natural back. The Phobos might want to leave, because that's two Predators and Plasma Cannon and a Las Cannon. Two Las Cannons, in fact. I don't think it's going to survive. They need to drop a nuke to save it, and they do not. Down it goes. There was also a melter gun Techmarine in there. And probably marked target was on here, just going to see. Red team are getting 2-1. There it is. Blue team are really low. Red team have taken so many losses, and they're ahead. Far ahead on VPs. There's a las cannon from the Chaos Space Marines. They're not looking to contest the west side at the moment. That is now a long retreat from Fiery. Long retreat. We got one of the Predators though. The Apothecary up 2. Heals himself. Never late. That's a big heal. Eversor level 9. Been super aggressive the whole game. And you got to play him like that, right? The bloody Eversor. Okay, those bloodletters are gone. I don't know if you get XP for killing those guys. More commandos on the way for Boogyman. Got some Gretchens too. With repair crew. Although nothing remains to repair. Sad face. Here's the Seer Council. Haven't seen much on these guys, have we? Dark Creepers back there too. What are they using? They're using their Star Swarm launcher. Star Swarm and Star Shot, right? Imperial Abyss thrown in there. And but it didn't seem too bothered, but now it is moving. Seer Council flee, Dark Creepers flee. Can the Avatar get onto the field in time to make a difference? What is this? That is some poor Gretchens trying to cap. I think the red team have done enough, you guys. Red Crown's got Grey Knight Terminators that can march towards the VP now. Doesn't look like they want to try their luck though with a extension onto this VP. Blue team need to be so quick. I don't think they can be that quick. Apparently the Techmarine died in the Abyss, but he's been revived. Here comes that Chaos Lord, or maybe not. Down to 9 VPs, they just don't have time. They love the Daka though. Mekboy teleports in for a Mega Rumbler. The red team are going to see it out with a 2-1 cap. Slow and steady, eh? Had some shaky moments. Triumph did well to preserve stuff a bit better than his allies, but they did come through strong in the end. Well, I mean, Red Crown kept all of these Stormtroopers alive, eh? But did lose the Vindicator, lost the Vortimer. Don't think he lost anything else. Did lose Stormtrooper earlier. All got level 4, those guys. Again, DarkAngel was down to just 2 Devastator squads at one point, but recovered quite well. Just look at these heroes, eh? Level 5 Mech. Level 5 Chaos Lord. Level 5 Warlock. Bit of a weird ending for the blue team. Just didn't seem to have urgency on the contested VP at the last like 5 or 6 minutes or so. They seemed very determined to go through the mid for some reason. Level 10 Eversor Assassin, level 8 Apothecary, and a level 6 Techmarine. There it is, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see ya next time.